Mistake with the Alpha Chapter 116. Jalen's point of view. I'm just one that wants justice. Just because she's said to be Jalen's mate doesn't mean she's good. Who then is doing all those things? Did she do all that just to get attention? My father's voice was so condescending. He was really bent on condemning Sam. I don't know why he's like this. If magic is involved, isn't it obvious that Allison and her father were the one using magic? But then how did she get to be my mate? Why didn't I know that Sam is my mate the moment I saw her? I know that there's something different about her the first time we met, but then I didn't have the feeling of her being a mate. Don't worry, Gerard. The truth will soon be known, Brock said. There was so much silence in the house. People were waiting for what was next. I looked at Allison, and she was crying so bad. Her father also was crying. I know how painful it would be for them. They had tried everything to make Sam leave, but then all came to naught. At the very end, I still marked Sam. Then I discovered that I began to feel this hatred for Allison. It was as if she had wronged me in the past. I felt like I should snap her neck, but I was smothering my anger. Brock had told us to calm down, and that I would also do it. I looked at Sam to soothe my sudden anger, and it did the work. Suddenly, Dre and one unknown woman appeared out of the blue. They were shouting everywhere. Some people were even trying to find a place to hide. What is this? I asked Dre. Well, this is the woman that is doing everything you've been accusing Sam of, Dre said. He moved away from the unknown woman and then went to his prince and bowed. He then gave Brock a flask. It was a fashionable one, so no one could know what was inside. Brock stood up from where he already sat. I was seated on my seat with Sam on my lap. Well, I was doing my usual playing with her hair. Brock lifted the flask for everyone to see and then put down his hand. In this flask contained the water of truth. He paused for them to hear him. No sound could be heard. If a spit fell to the ground, it would be so loud. The silence was quite deafening. We Lycans, whenever we want to confirm if anyone is telling the truth, all we have to do is to let them drink from this water. Everything that seems untrue will be revealed. Now I know the reason Dre has not been around. Brock has sent him back to their pack to go bring this water. I was so grateful in my heart for Sam. At least this would save her from all the accusations. Before I use it on your new Luna, I want to use it on others, so you can know that this is indeed the water of truth. Brock looked at Ethan and Alvin. Give me someone from the crowd. Ethan and Alvin then entered into the crowd. By the time they came out, they were dragging John and the artist. Once I saw them, I remembered what they did the last time. I was so overwhelmed at how I have smart people around me. The two that were dragged out were struggling. They knew these were really troublesome days. At first, I wanted to open my mind to reading, but then I didn't want to listen to their disgusting thoughts. There were talks in the crowd. Why did you bring them? Brock asked. He seems not to remember them. Alvin stepped forward. Your Highness, these two were the ones who testified that the Luna's pregnancy is not the Alpha's. So we think it would be appropriate to test the water on them, he said with calmness. I could see the happiness in his eyes. I don't know why he is so happy. Oh, now I remember. Brock nodded his head. He then looked at John. Aren't you the one that said Sam is your mate? How come she suddenly became the Alpha's mate again? Brock asked. John was so speechless. He couldn't even look up. His head was bowed. Brock poured the water on the lid and gave it to Alvin that was beside to give John. At first, John didn't want to collect it, but Alvin pinned him down. He opened his mouth, and Alvin poured the water in it. Brock lifted his hand and started to do a countdown with his fingers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. John then groaned in pain as Brock counted to 5. He fell hard to the ground. Speak, Brock ordered. John got on his knees and began to talk. It was Gemma Omar that came to me. He tricked me, John cried out. That's a lie, Omar shouted from where he was. Looking at him, he was sweating profusely. His heartbeat was so fast. Please don't listen to him. He's a liar, Omar said, quivering. Silence, Brock said. Continue, he said to John. John was still groaning in pain. I'm sorry, Sam. I didn't mean to do it. I thought you had changed into a bad one. I thought you were trying to trick the Alpha. Gemma Omar told me that he only wanted me to do it for the safety of the pack. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was all a lie. He offered me money, but I didn't collect it. I had thought if I say this you will return back to me. As he talked, I looked at Sam. Her face was so plain. She was just looking at the guy as if he had run mad. My father was so shocked at this revelation. He seemed not to have anything to say. "Please forgive me, Alpha," John cried. John is my rival. I had known this a long time ago, so I never liked the guy. I always want to avoid him so that we both won't clash and I wouldn't kill him in the process, but now this will give me the avenue to kill him. Brock poured the water into the lid again and gave it to the already scared artist. "I'll confess, Alpha." "I don't need the water," he said, quivering. "Drink," Brock ordered. He took the water and drank, and just like John, he fell to the ground in pain. He too said it was Omar that paid him to lie and take the pictures. He even photoshopped most of the pictures. Omar still denied. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications to stay up to date with new videos uploaded. Also check out our next video in the series.